Hello and welcome. This class is a class for my friends with knee pain. I know many of you have been through surgeries, accidents. Oftentimes those medications from chemotherapy can make your joints really sensitive. And I know a lot of times when we are on our knees in class or doing a lot of strenuous kind of putting pressure on our knees and things, it can make working out really uncomfortable and often daunting and challenging when it's just painful. Bone on bone is never going to be comfortable. So this class will get off of our knees. We'll do a lot of things that, work with gravity, things like that. So start with me, see how it goes, and I hope your knees give you a little relief today. Let's get started on our backs this time. So making your way down to your back, just starting here. You can have the legs extended, placing one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, taking a few breaths here. Just notice the rise and fall of the chest. Just taking the time to set up the breath for practice, to set up the body for practice. Initiating just some deep, mindful rounds of breath, inhaling through the nose. Keep the mouth closed, exhale out the nose. And then maybe just bringing the feet up together, soles of the feet come to touch, knees go wide, Supta Baddha Konasana. If this is a little too compromising on the knees to start, just stay in that long Savasana. As you have your eyes closed, start to set an intention for your practice. Maybe it goes deeper than just wanting a healthy and supple body. Maybe you start to dig a little deeper, cultivating some intentions and intentionality throughout your life, throughout your day-to-day. So let's take one more breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale back out the nose. Hug the knees into the chest, rock the body side to side. Bring the legs up to the sky and then reach the arms up as well. Start to just circle out the ankles and the wrist. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Just spark the hands, open and close them. Keeping the legs up, just kind of cactus the arms. So bring the elbows wide. And then we're just lowering the tops of the hands back towards the head. And then just dialing the arms, keeping that goalpost shape. And then bringing the palms down forward to touch. So just little shoulder rotations. Keep that goalpost with the arms. Open them up, send the tops of the hands to the back. And then come forward, lower the palms down. Open it up, back of the hands, come towards the head. And then send the hands forward, palms come down. One more time, each side, send it back. Then bring them forward. Good, send the arms up to the sky. Then find a happy baby, bring the knees wide. You can use the peace fingers to grab the big toes or grab the outside edges of the feet. Find a little rock side to side. And hug the knees back into the chest. Keep the right knee in, extend the left leg long. Just lower the left heel to the mat. Hug the right knee in tight. And then switch it out. Hug the left knee in, lower the right heel down to the mat. Bring the right knee in. Now as you hold both knees into the chest, lift the head, neck, and shoulders off of the mat. Keep the right knee in, extend the left leg out, and now hover the left heel above the mat. And then just switch it out. Extend the right leg out, bring it back in, extend the left leg out. So just starting to fire up the core. Head, neck, and shoulders are off of the mat. Just finding those switches, bringing the knee in and sending it out. Start to anchor the low back down into the mat. Keeping that mindful breath moving. Keep the legs moving. Now move the hands behind the head and tap opposite elbow to opposite knee. Really press the low back down into the mat. Think about tapping beyond the elbow. Tap shoulder to knee. And as you pull the knee in, kick that opposite leg out. So it's not even just the extension, it's drawing the knee in as well. That's part of this core work here. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees in, send the legs up to the sky. Reach the hands under the right ankle and let the left leg hover above the mat. And then switch the legs out. So keeping them long and strong here. Point the toes. Keep the quadriceps active. Head, neck, and shoulders are off of the mat. Chin is away from the chest. Good. Really start to feel that burning sensation in the core. You know you're doing it right. You know your time is being spent effectively. You're not wasting any time here. You're doing the work. You're putting in the effort. So now keep switching the legs, but again, we'll put the hands behind the head, opposite elbow, opposite knee. Keep switching. Reach the elbow high. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep the left elbow to right knee and pulse here. Pulse from the highest point and then go a little bit higher every time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, switch. Right elbow, left knee. Keep pulsing. That right heel is hovered above the mat. Left leg extended. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, switch. Left elbow, right knee. Pulse it. Hold it. Try to touch elbow to knee. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. Hold. You can do this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees into the chest. Keep the hands behind the head. Bring the knees to 90 degrees. Tap elbows to knees, and then tap the heels to the mat. Crunch up, elbows to knees, and then lower those heels. Crunch, tap, heels, tap. Crunch up, heels lower. Slow and controlled here. Try to avoid just slinging the body around. I know it's tempting when it's painful, but you want to make it worth your while. Slow and controlled. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the feet flat to the mat. Keep the knees bent. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. Whoo. Yes, ma'am. I do feel that. All right. So keep the knees bent. Draw the heels up towards the glutes. We're finding a little bridge work here. So press under the heels, lift the hips up, and then tap the hips to lower. Reach up. Tap the hips lower. If you want to add a little arms, you can bring them up when you lift the hips, and then cactus the arms, send the elbows and the hips to tap. So as you press into the heels, when you lift the glutes up, squeeze the glutes together. I swear it'll make a difference. So every time you press up through the heels, squeeze your little butt cheeks together. See, I already can tell a difference. For 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up at the highest point, and now we're squeezing the glutes together, tiny little pulses. So almost invisible to the eye. The pulses are so tiny, but you're squeezing your glutes so tight, and you're pressing into the heels, going a little higher every time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, full taps, lower and lift. Good. Keep activating through the glutes, squeezing them at the top. Really press through the heels. 5, 4, 3, 2. You know what we're doing. Hold it at the highest point. Tiny little pulses. Press into the heels here. Tiny little squeezes. Up, up, up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 10 more full taps. Lower and lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower him down. Windshield wiper those knees side to side. Breathe through it. All right, we're just going to roll to our left side of the body and then extend the arm out and then just rest the left ear down on the bicep. Don't trick yourself by thinking you're getting a break, because you know you're not. And then keep the knees bent so the knees are stacked. This right hand can stay in front of you or it can be on the hip. We're finding those clam shells. So we're just opening this right knee up and then closing it down. Open and close. Stay super active through your core here. Let that be just as much of a control point as that outer hip. Good. It's so important to keep our outer and inner thighs strong. So much stability there that helps our knees. So doing little things like these clamshells really targets that outer hip there. It can be kind of difficult to target that. And this just has that little ticket. Open and close. Good. Really try to open that knee all the way up to the sky. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2. On this last one, we close and draw the right knee in towards the chest. Kick the right leg out so it's in front of you. Start to just draw some tiny little circles with the big toe in one direction. Feel it in that outer hip. I do. Reverse the direction. 3, 2, and then we're just tapping these right toes down to the mat and then bringing it a wide rainbow tap to the back corner of the mat. So bring it up and forward and then a big tap back. Good. Keep that core super engaged. You should feel it fired up already from that core series that we did. So it makes it so much easier to activate it because it's already telling you it's there. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hug that knee in. Take a moment, and then I'm just going to press my way up. If you want to just flip to the other side, you can do that, but I'm just going to turn to the top of the mat so So now my right side is down. Extend that right arm out. Don't fall asleep on me here. Keep the knees stacked. And then just open that left knee up. And then we're going to bring it down. Open and close. That's something I would do. I'd be doing this or something. My husband would come in. He'd be like, "Are you just napping?" Like, "No, I swear I was doing something." Breathe, open and close. Good, slow and controlled here. Really feel that belly get active as you open and control it when you close. Breathe through it. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug that left knee in and then kick it out. Draw those tiny little circles with the left big toe. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Yes. Reverse the direction. For 3, 2, and 1. Lower the toes and then bring it wide. Tap that back corner of the mat. Bring it up. Tap. Bring it back. Tap. Making these nice big rainbow taps. Up and back. Keep that leg strong and active. Really try to point through the toes. All right, let's hear it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh. Okay, let's get on our bellies. Let's work some back body here. Ay, ay, ay. All right, find a Sphinx pose with me. So bring the forearms down to the mat. Elbow is under the shoulder. Arms are like a number 11. Have the feet hips width distance apart. Start to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Press the pubic bone down into the mat. And then lower the chin towards the chest. Roll the right ear towards the right shoulder. And then roll the chin through center, left ear, left shoulder. Come back through center. Press into the palms. Point the thumbs forward. Release the head back. Good. Bend the elbows, lower back down to the Sphinx pose. Extend the right arm forward, and then we're lifting that left leg up. So try to lift the thigh off the mat. Point the toes back. Try to straighten the leg. So lower and lift. Lower, lift. Try to get that entire thigh off of the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that right forearm back down. Extend the left forearm out. Point those right toes, straighten the leg, and we lift left arm and right leg and lower. Lift and lower. Get that right thigh off the ground as you lift up. Feel that right glute activate as you point the right toes back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. So now, we'll stack the palms one on top of the other and then rest the forehead down on the back of the top hand. Anchor the tops of the feet down. Feet are still hips width distance apart. Press the pubic bone down into the mat. And then with the connection of the back of the hand on the forehead, you're just lifting that forehead and the palms up and then lowering down. So lift up and lower. Lift, lower, using the strength of the back body here to lift the heart up. Inhale as you lift, exhale, you lower. 3, 2, and 1. Lower the forehead down, shimmy the hips right and left. So keep the forehead down and then just bring the feet out a little bit wider. So a little wider than hips width distance. So this time lifting the forehead with the hands, and then you're just bending the knees, touching the big toes behind the body, extending the legs out, and then lowering everything down. So lift up, bend the knees in, touch the toes, extend out, lower. Lift, bend the knees, touch those toes, big toes, and then send it out, lower. Let's go for 3. Lower down. Inhale, 2. Exhale, lower. Last one, lift and lower. Good. Windshield wiper the hips. Yes, I know that's a lot. So then bring the legs together, walk the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, press up, straight arm plank. Hold here. Tap right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right shoulder. Keep super strong through the core here to avoid too much swaying of the hips. So trying to be super stable. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press into the hands, send the hips high, downward facing dog. Pedal out the knees, alternate, grounding the right heel to the mat, the left heel to the mat. Send the heels high. Tiptoe walk the feet up to the hands. When you reach the top, put a bend in the knees. Grab opposite elbow. Let the head go. Let the belly hang heavy on the thighs. Sway right and left, front to back. This should feel really good through the glutes, the backs of the legs here. I'm like, oh, maybe we'll just stay a little longer. I'm kidding, we'll go. All right, release the hands down, put a bend in the knees, press into the heels slowly, ragdoll, roll your way up to standing. Sweep the arms overhead, gaze towards the thumbs. Exhale, hands through heart center. Let's find a tree pose. So you can come on the right tiptoes and you can press the heel towards the, right above the inner part of the ankle. So that's a good place to start, or you can bring it onto the calf, or you can bring it up to the inner thigh. But we've already got knee pain, so don't put it on the knee. We don't want to hurt anything more. So you can bring it on the inner part of the thigh, you can bring it on the calf or on the ankle, but please, please, please avoid it on the knee. So here in this tree pose, think about truly opening through the hips, drawing the tailbone down, grounding through all 4 corners of the left foot. So that point right underneath the pinky toe, the big toe, and the back 2 corners of the heel. Ground down into all 4 of those corners, really finding your stability there. Maybe challenging your balance by extending the arms up. Find that one spot to focus on, your gaze, your drishti. Good. Draw the right knee up into the chest, interlace the fingers on top, right under the knee, on the shin. Roll the shoulders back and down the body. Continue to ground down into the left foot. Good. Reach the arms up. We're sending the right leg back. Hands can stay forward. You can bring them to heart center for a little less load. But kick through the sole of the right foot. Either point the toes or flex them, but keep that right quad active. We're bending the left knee, lowering in a warrior 1, so that back foot will land at a 45-degree angle. Scoot the left toes a little more forward. I know if you've got troublesome knees, you don't want to put too much pressure on them. But these warrior poses are great hip openers. They're great work for our quadriceps, all those stabilizing muscles that we need around our knees. So it truly is important to do some leg work, even if you've got some troublesome knees. Just try to do what you can. Sharpshooting pain, you always back off the posture, but if it's just some mild discomfort, you're in a good place. Let's open it up, warrior two. So just a little pivot here. So now rather than the hips trying to be squared towards the top of the mat, they're trying to work parallel to the right edge of the mat. Press into the feet here. Ground down through all four corners of the feet. Flip that front palm reverse. Reach back. Feel that stretch to the left side body. Open it up. Cartwheel the arms down, plant the hands, step the left foot back, high straight arm plank. And then let's lower to the forearms, forearm plank. Hold here. Press the backs of the knees out, activate the glutes. Press into the forearms. Start to walk the feet in, dolphin. Gaze towards the belly button and press the chest towards the thighs. All right, doing those 5 dolphin dives, working our shoulder strength. So gaze towards the thumbs, come on the tiptoes, bring the nose towards the thumbs, and then bring it back. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press into the palms, straighten the elbows. We're in a downward facing dog. Pedal it out here, find some movement. Inhale the heels off the mat. Tiptoe walk the feet to the hands. Find that ragdoll sway again. This time interlace the fingers behind the body. Let gravity take the arms over. Still, you can have a generous bend in the knees. Belly can be connected to the top of the thighs. Chin towards chest. Keep the bind. Put a bend in the knees. Press into the heels. Let the bind lift you up to standing. When you reach the top, roll the shoulders back. Take the fist package down the back of the legs. Press the hips forward. Let the head go. Rise to stand. Sweep the arms overhead. Gaze towards the thumbs. Hands come to heart center. Tree pose left side. So now you can just pivot this hip open. Toes can be on the mat. Heel can be on the inner part of the ankle. You can have it on the calf, or you can bring it up to the inner thigh. But wherever you go, avoid putting the foot on the knee. Engage the right quad. And think about just opening this knee up. And the tailbone is down. It's how we're opening through the hips here. Practice your balance, your drishti. This is great for core, great for strengthening the muscles, all those little muscles that you can feel start to pivot. When the big toe starts to wiggle it up, bring it back down. Option to sweep the arms overhead. Hug the knee into the chest, interlace the fingers right under the knee, draw it in towards the body. Reach the arms up, send the left leg back, pause through a warrior 3. Arms are extended or they're in at heart center. Landing in a warrior 1, bend the right knee, lower the left foot to a 45-degree angle. Virabhadrasana A. So here especially, you're grounding into the pinky toe edge of that left foot, trying to lift the inner arch. That way you're trying to get the left hip to point a little more forward, getting into the hips here, hip flexor stretches. Let's open it up, warrior 2. So just a little pivot. Check out this right knee. We're trying to open it up to the pinky toe. Tailbone is down, belly in. Turn the triceps on, reach fingertip to fingertip. Flip the front palm, reverse. Cartwheel the arms down, step or float the right foot back, move through your chaturanga. Exhale, lowers you down. Inhale through your upward facing dog. Press into the tops of the feet, lift the gaze. Chin towards chest, downward facing dog. Send the right leg high. Bend the knee, open the hips, and right heel towards left glute. Straighten the right leg. Lift the left heel off the mat. Send the right knee to forehead round. Send it back. Right knee, right tricep. Tap it to the outside. Hold. Send it back. Right knee, left tricep. Hold here. Send it back. Bend the knee, open the hip. Stay here or flip your dog. Lowering the right heel or right foot down behind you, and then keeping the right heel lifted. Sweep the right arm overhead. Release the head back. Let it go. Right hand comes down. Send the right leg high. Right knee to chest. And then as this left heel is lifted, start to lower it down to the mat. Then kick this right leg through, lower it down, spiral the left arm open. Press into the feet, open up, let the head go. Left hand comes down, there's an optional push-up here. Send the right leg back. Right foot steps forward to the outside of the right hand, finding a lizard lunge. So as we lower down, we're lowering to above the knee. So if you're back here, that's not, I'm trying to get you off your knees. So we're going forward. You're on the, pretty much where the top of the thigh connects to the top of the knee, right above there. If you're like, Abby, you said we weren't going to be on our knees. I'm sorry, but Bella, is it really good for hip flexors? It's so important because a lot of times if you haven't had surgery or accidents or, you know, any of the other multitude of reasons that can give you knee pain, like in my previous life before yoga, I was running and I bruised my meniscus and I didn't know why. And it's because I had tight hip flexors, and that is the cause of a lot of people's knee pain. So opening up through these hip flexors is super important. Quad stretch, reach the right hand back, place it on the hip, gaze back behind you. Stay here. If you want to bend that right heel up towards the body, you can grab onto it. Slowly release, tuck the left toes, lift left knee, step right foot back, hold here. Bring the right hand under the face, dial the feet over, open up, side plank, Vasisthasana. So left arm is lifted, right hand is down on the mat. We're just going to lower the right hips and pulse them up. Lower and pulse for 3, 2, 1. Left hand comes down, open the right arm up, dial those heels down. Drop the hips and then pop them up. Drop them and pop them. Drop for 3, 2, and 1. Bring the right hand down. Hold here. Pause. Breathe through it. Shift the body weight forwards and back. Keep the core active. Send the shoulders beyond the fingertips. Hips stay in line with the shoulders. For 3, 2, shift forward, wrap the elbows in, take an inhale, prepare. Exhale, chaturanga lowers you down. Inhale through your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send the left leg high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Left heel towards right glute. Send the left leg high, lift the right heel off the mat, left knee to forehead, shift forward, round, forehead towards knee. Send it back. Left knee, left tricep, tap it to the outside, shift forward. Send it back. Left knee, right tricep twist. Send it back. Bend the knee, open the hip, stay here or flip your dog. Lowering that left foot down, press the hips up. Try to press into the left toe mound, and so the left heel lifts. Release the head back. Left hand plants, left leg lifts. Draw the left knee to the chest. So as that right heel comes up, then lower the right heel down. Kick the left leg out, and then spiral the right arm open. Optional push-up, right hand plants, push-up. Send the left leg back. Left foot steps to the outside of the left hand, lizard lunge. So scoot this left foot forward, then lower the right knee down. Staying on palms or blocks. If you need a pillow or something under the knee, please feel free to put that there. But sometimes if you feel like you're too much on the knee, it's because this left foot is too far in towards the body. We want to inch that forward so we can make space for the hips to roll more forward. That way we're not back on the knee. And start to activate that right glute. Start to feel the right hip flexor open up a little more. Quad stretch. Cartwheel the left hand back. Place it on the hip. Gaze over the left shoulder. Stay here. Or you can start to bend the foot up towards the body. Grab onto it. Either way, you're still getting the same effective result, grabbing the foot or not. Release the foot. Cartwheel the left hand down, tuck right toes, lift right knee, step left foot back. Hold here. Breathe. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Inhale the heels high off the mat. Tiptoe walk the feet up to the hands. And then we're just coming down to our seat here. So however you need to get down there, just make your way down to your seat. Knees will stay bent. Arms extend forward, long spine here. And we're just leaning halfway back. And then reaching the arms up overhead. So send the arms forward, lean back. And then come up, arms come up. Good. We've done a lot of core work here today. So good for the body, so good for, it really is the core, it's the center. Everything stems from it. It's really important. More than just our yoga practice in our daily life. Helps us breathe, walk tall. Let's go for 3. For 2. On this last one, we're holding halfway back, tiny little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach up. Good. Hug the knees into the chest. And then just send the right leg out. Bring the sole of the left foot to the inner part of the right thigh. I know this can be difficult on your knees too. If you need to have it a little wider open, you can do that. Just, be mindful whatever you need. Flex the right toes towards the face, sweep the arms up, twist towards the right leg, and fold. Inhale, come up. Right hand to the knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist. Keep the right leg active, right foot flexed towards the face, gaze over the left shoulder. Keep the hand on the knee, the hand that's behind you, reach it over towards the right foot, feeling this opening through the side body. So rather than trying to make the connection of the hand to the foot, use this tricep against the inner thigh to kind of open up, stacking the left shoulder on top of the right shoulder here. Rise up. Let's switch it out. Sole of the right foot goes to the inner left thigh. Open up. Sweep the arms overhead. Twist towards the left leg and fold. Inhale, come up. So this time, left hand to the knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist. Left foot stays flexed, left leg stays active. Gaze over the right shoulder. Long spine here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist back. Truly start to work the gaze deeper over the right shoulder. See something you haven't seen before. Keep the left hand on the knee, hand that's behind you, reach it over towards the left foot. Press that tricep against the inner thigh to stack the shoulders. Rise up. Bring the soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana. If this is too intense on the knees, you can have the feet a little farther out in front of you, or you can have the heels close in towards the body. But sweep the arms overhead, grab opposite elbow, lift up. Start to lean forward. Inhale, come up. Bring the knees together, plant the feet, send the arms forward. Chin towards chest, slowly roll down the spine. Hug the knees into the chest, rock the body side to side. Plant the feet, doing one bridge pose here. So press into the feet, lift the hips. And this time we're just going to interlace the fingers underneath the body, tucking the shoulder blades deeply underneath the body, maybe going right and left a few times. And every time you rock, tucking the shoulder blade a little deeper underneath the body. And then start to tightly interlace the fingers together. And then press the fist package into the mat. One more inhale, press into the hips, or press into the heels, lift the hips, and then slowly lower the hips down to the mat. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. Hug the knees into the chest, extend the legs up to the sky, place the hands under the hips, just letting them prop up a little higher. Circle out the ankles, open and close the jaw a few times, stick the tongue out far towards the chin. And just really start to soften through the eyes here. Try to hold no tension. Hug the knees into the chest. Keep the right knee in, extend the left leg long. Guide the right knee over towards the left, gaze towards the right. Make your way back through center. Hug both knees into the chest. Keep the left knee in. Send the right leg long. Bring the left knee over to the right. Gaze to the left. Make your way back through center. Hug the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the knees, chin to chest, forehead in towards the knees. As you inhale, squeeze the body in tight. And then as you exhale, let it go into your spinal savasana. Legs go wide, feet fall away. Arms extend out, palms face up, fingers naturally curl in. Let the body just melt down into the mat. Take a few moments here, just letting the body and the breathing return to normal. I will leave you in this final savasana. As always, please take as much time as you possibly can to be here in this final state of rest, this beautiful corpse pose, an opportunity for the body to kind of reset itself. I hope through this practice you found a little bit of alleviation through your knees pain, and I know it's frustrating. I know it can be difficult working around constant pain and things like that, but just try to remember all that your body has done for you to protect you from all of these situations that have happened to you, whether it's recovery or accidents, trauma, whatever it is. Your body has been your biggest advocate and truly tried to help you. So be really proud of yourself for showing up today, for you doing something for your body in turn. It's truly beautiful when we can all work in harmony with our mind, body, spirit. So I hope that you continue this practice. I hope you continue on this journey. And I hope you find a little bit of relief through your knees. And I pray for a recovery for you. And I pray for comfort and an ease of pain. So I pray that you have a beautiful rest of your day, wherever it takes you. Be safe, and I will join you on the mat next time. Have a great day. Namaste. Bye.